Hi Collective, welcome back to my channel. We are about relationship with ourselves first, okay? So we can have a healthy relationship outside of ourselves, but with managed emotions, okay? So you can identify your intuition for good health, good wealth, but it comes with the essence of love, all right? Loving self, loving beings, loving planet. But it comes with balancing your masculine and feminine energy within yourself so you can co-create with the universe. The universe does not co-create without you, okay? So the first card we're looking at for our message today, remember all messages are timeless, all right? Okay, we're looking at Ace of Wands. We're looking at someone, maybe an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. We're looking at a project. We're looking at the soul of the self. We're looking at the gift. Someone's very gifted when it comes to creation, when it comes to visions. Someone's got the urge to create, but from the soul of the self, okay? So, because why? The soul of the self, all right, urges you to create, okay? It's an inspiration. The soul gives you the inspiration because the soul is born to love. It's a lesson of power, okay? So, someone's got into their power when it comes to the soul of the self. They're holding the soul very tightly, okay? Away from confusions, illusions. But we're looking at expansion of creations of any endeavors and you're creating new ones, okay? Because you've got the urge to create, because the soul, okay? When you create from the soul, all right, it could be a fire sign person is looking at reliability, okay? Patient man rides donkey when we're creating projects, okay? When you create from the soul of the self, it requires self-discipline. And I'm looking at organizations, okay? We're looking at the Knight of Pentacles, all right? The Knight of Pentacles is all about being reliable, all right? It's about patience, it's about hard work, it's about organization. Maybe someone's organizing, okay, a project. It's going to be very reliable, very resourceful, okay? But it takes patience, all right? Or maybe someone's in regret of not passing on a special gift that was reliable. So that's in the Four of Cups. Someone is in regret when it comes to being patient. Maybe someone was impatient when it comes to a surprise gift, you know. Because when we get downloads and visions, it's from heaven. So you can create heaven on earth, okay? Because we're looking at people, product, planet, and profit. When it comes to a project that was reliable, but it's coming to unfulfillment. Someone has no empathy. Maybe an earth sign person has no empathy when it comes to God's creation, or a Scorpio person. Because now we're looking at regrets, looking at Four of Cups. Four of Cups is unfulfilled. Someone feels very unfulfilled when it comes to the knowledge and wisdom that they have about a reliable project. Because someone has no empathy. Because people don't believe in God, you know, especially in their dark times. Told you, people don't believe in God, man. That's my God card. Maybe there's a Gemini in regret. Maybe they're not taking on any more offers. Maybe from an earth sign person, they're not reliable. It's more regrets. It's more, there's no empathy. There's no oomph in these projects to be breakthroughs. Or you're looking at a King of Wands. I mean, a King of Swords. When he has the information. He has information. You've got to have discernment. Maybe someone's got the truth when it comes to a rejection of a reliable project, when it comes to godly projects, you know. But we're looking at transformation anyway. Someone transforming from a regret, all right, because it was a project on the table that was very reliable, you know. So someone's got to look at their discernment, okay, because maybe someone's too focused on life issues or people, things, and places, and not focused on signs outside of themselves when it's come from the sign of God, the universe. Remember, you're co-creating with the universe. Or you could think about King of Swords, that's in regret, about being reliable, about reliability, about organizing, trying to be more reliable when it comes to love. Somebody feels as if they rejected a blessing when it comes to self-love, because it comes from self-love first. You've got to love yourself. So maybe this King of Swords is looking at a gift from God when it comes to the Holy Grail. It's a blessing, you know, to have a cup of love, which is yourself. Now, somebody wants to pour love to someone, maybe King of Swords, wants to pour love out, wants to be more reliable after a rejection or regret. Because now we're looking at passion. Someone has passion for maybe to go towards the cup of love. But you have to love yourself first. So somebody has to wash off their play energy maybe and be more reliable, because the play energy is making them miss out on opportunities and making them sit in regret. Because now we have passion. Maybe someone's very adventurous. They want to come in for passion with you, my love. Maybe create a baby. Or a proposal, marriage. After self-love. And washing off the play energy. Someone feels more... Someone's like a chameleon. Too many cards. But they've gone within to see the truth. They've done the work. You got to do... Someone went to look for their own truth. It's like when you're going through the hermit's all about seeking, going within. Alright? Go within. You seek your own personal purpose, your own personal truth. Seek the star in you. Alright? If someone feels like they feel left out in the cold when it comes to this information. So trying to think, how can I turn something into pouring of love with passion? Because someone's heartbroken, maybe by a Libra person, or someone's heartbroken, could be a Gemini person or Libra person. Because when it comes to maybe godly ideas, someone's looking at a friend or a partner, and they're very heartbroken. There's sorrows and tomorrows, there's grief and the brief. Someone was a play energy. Because somebody probably went impulsively into a contract where maybe they regret. They should have poured more love into themselves. So now someone feels very regretful, maybe. They maybe feel they should have passed an offer. Because this offer is now regret. Because now into me, I think somebody was being very clever when it comes to reliability. Maybe an earth sign person. So now this person is very curious. So he has to be very patient. Because he understands maybe he was conned into a project. And now someone's gossiping. And now he feels very nervous when it comes to him stimulating the mind. Because the mind is more about curiosity. Because you think about how can I be more like flexible, you know, when it comes to my social life. Because someone's mind is very like restless. Because of like the lack of reliability when it comes to a project that was passed on or passed up. So now maybe this masculine is thinking about his own truth, his own discernment. He's heartbroken. Maybe he had time to think when it comes to his own project or his own soul of the self. When it comes to the soul that is born to love. Maybe he wants to be more passionate about the soul of the self. Maybe he's thinking about heartbreak when it comes to a Taurus person being reliable. When it comes to donations, investments. Someone is heartbroken and regret because there was a godly surprise that was passed off. Because somebody was relying on a Taurus person. When it comes to a project, now they're heartbroken. But this project is becoming nonsense. They bring no groundship. It's not passionate. It's not stimulating the mind. It make no breakthroughs. So now someone's looking at like trying to turn maybe their regrets into grace. Or this masculine is being very calculus. Very manipulative. Yeah, he was relying on an earth sign person. And now he's in regret. Relying on an earth sign person when it comes to projects. They're in regret. They're very curious about a project. And maybe they invested in a project. And now this curiosity has killed the cat when it comes to his like thoughts of reliability. He thinks maybe somebody was in something for the love of material. So now he has to be patient with his information of the truth. He feels like maybe the reliability was based on possessiveness. So now this reliability, he feels very sensitive at the moment. When it comes to persistence of someone's jealousy. Someone's very overindulgent and very stubborn, from an artist, a gardener, or maybe a singer. So now you're looking at the truth. Now the masculine, now this probably this King of Swords wants to just pour love into himself. Maybe he had a very promiscuous relationship and he's heartbroken about a Taurus person when it comes to reliability. It's a regret because the reliability wasn't based on emotions. It was based on lack of empathy, especially towards God or towards anyone else when it comes to relying on this person. So now this masculine or this King of Swords, he's moving away from a Taurus person when it comes to donations, investments, or maybe when it comes to a Libra person. Because he feels like he needs to follow his own intuition, seek God within himself by pouring self-love into oneself, washing away the play energy maybe. Maybe that's what him got stuck into a passion project he thought he was relying on, but now it's become a regret because he's heartbroken about investing maybe in a Taurus person, a Taurus Capricorn person, or maybe a Scorpio person. So now he's looking at that desire to go within himself, to seek his own truth, to do transformation, but from the intuition. Maybe he was walking with love on his sleeve from an earth sign to a Virgo Capricorn person, but now he feels like the outpouring of love was based on a lie. So someone's lying. He feels like somebody lied on his name. Could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. So now he feels as if he's in the energy of a Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is all about theft, betrayal, being very dishonest. When it comes to someone being very immature, about being reliable, about an investment. Someone's very heartbroken in grief, in the brief. Because maybe that's how it started. The pretense of love, lying. So this masculine can invest in a project. So there were two people being very reliable to a Taurus person. And as a King of Swords looking at his own immaturity. Maybe he was being a bit calculus himself. He's looking at his own self, maybe. He's looking at working on his own self-sufficiency. Because he was working maybe on someone's independence, an earth sign person. But you got 6, 7, 8 that were working together. And that was a regret. Because it was based on promiscuity, for a passion, for a project that's heartbroken, coming to a heartbreak. So now it's come to an end. This pouring out of love is coming to an end because it was based on promiscuity, was a lie about love or soulmates or something. Now he's worried, Gemini's thinking now how to adapt around this con, because now he feels like people are gossiping and he's very nervous in the mind. He feels like journalists are talking about this project now, or writing about it. So now he's trying to think, how can he think clever? Or how can he communicate with journalists maybe and be more adaptable? Because now it's affecting his social life. You think people are being very talkative. He can feel it within himself. Even if he can't see it, he feels it. So he's trying to be more versatile. But the mind is very restless when it comes to being sociable. He's not very passionate about it. Maybe he wants to have an ending about passion or being a player and seek a happily ever after for himself. Maybe he's ending being mature, but he's heartbroken about a sparkling idea that wasn't a breakthrough with a Taurus, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. It was based on promiscuity for a sexual adventure. He thought there was going to be love at the end, but he understands he's heartbroken. It's not love. So now he's looking at ending. But he's quite passionate about happily ever after. Because he's heartbroken about the difficulty. Maybe 6 people, maybe. But he's heartbroken, no. He wants to bring the mind to calmer waters about a Taurus person. About the lack of reliability on a project that was just a spark. They said it was going to be bigger, like a lucrative deal. So he went in working in a situation. And now he feels he needs to look at his own intuition and pour love into himself and end a pouring out of love with projects to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. It's too much of a heartbreak. So now he's looking at the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is like a necessary transition. Maybe someone's relocating, moving to be more reliable to self, or moving away from a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, or moving the thoughts of being reliable to give donations, investments to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, because that desire has now become a 6, 7. Now that desire, he's seeing the truth. It was a thief, stealing projects, ideas, information. So now he understands someone's being very dishonest and trying to get away with it, but he sees the foundation of this person is very childish. Could be a Cancer person that was looking for a happily ever after. And now he's heartbroken. He's in sorrow, man. He's very griefed out about this. Yeah, about this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. It was a lucrative deal he was relying on. And now he doesn't have no empathy for a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. It comes to reliability. He doesn't rely on this person anymore. He's more in regret about knowledge, wisdom, about transformation. It could be a book about love, about soulmates or something. But he's heartbroken, no? Or someone's passionate about a parade is coming to an end. Very childish, immature, it's not reliable. Maybe 2 people is reliable, or 3 people, but he's like, nah. Taurus for the Capricorn person, not reliable, it's a massive regret. They want to make a transition. They want to end any outpouring of love or any passion. But that's how they get their work, through promiscuity, touchy-feely. So now he's stuck. He feels trapped about this reliability. He's stuck thinking about a person and trying to be patient because he put a lot of hard work into this project. And he feels he's stuck intuitively because now he's worried. He's worried up at night about ending, about God's cup of love that came to an end due to promiscuity. Somebody wants to wash off the promiscuity maybe and focus more on the intuition. But someone's walking with love on their sleeves, but they're stuck. They want to block maybe a Taurus person when it comes to investments. They feel like this person's just blocked when it comes to emotions, no empathy. They're looking for more entrapments, to rely on immature men maybe, or intuitive men. So a Gemini person is making some hardcore talking about an entrapment, about a lucrative deal that's gone into a heartbreak. He's maybe resisting being reliable to maybe a Scorpio person. He's looking at ending though. Maybe with the Emperor. Well, this is the Emperor and his truth maybe. We're looking at every ending has a new beginning. So he's going to get happy ever after. Someone's going forward to a new community, going away from passion. It's like 2 roads, one's going that way, one's going back that way. They went this way into love, but they realized the love was a lie. It was more promiscuity. So now they're having that ending. It was more about sex. Maybe with a Taurus or Libra person. They want to end with a Taurus or Libra person. Or a Sagittarius person. Or a Cancer person. The project was a deception. And as this King of Swords is up at night, worried about his deal. How can he rely on maybe recruiting back the money? Because now he's ending unrequited love. Yeah, with a third-party person. He's ending maybe events, celebrations, circle of support. Maybe he wants to balance out his emotions when it comes to maybe a Leo person, or when it comes to fame, when it comes to maybe trying it again, taking that leap of faith, with a wish fulfillment, using the intuition and working on a decision when it comes to the truth about the 2 of Cups. That's an entrapment. Someone's got a different perspective, maybe a Queen of Wands and a King of Wands, or maybe got a different perspective about soulmates, and justice is coming for the soulmates. Somebody was very loving, an earth angel, had to defend themselves because of a decision, a stagnation, because of an earth sign. So now we're looking at balancing, happily ever after, but it's a decision that's been watching on the internet. Somebody's looking at someone's project that just started on the internet, secretly. A third-party person, a Taurus person or institution, watching a Queen of Swords, a soulmate that took the leap of faith. Queen of Pentacles is being watched by King of Swords. He's angry with Queen of Pentacles about investments, and he's got to argue with a Leo person. He wants to block maybe he wants to block a Taurus at their home or community. They're very passionate about it maybe. They looked into the situation. They feel they need to abandon the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles going for a tower moment. Someone's got insight into a 2 of Cups, God's 2 of Cups, with the Empress, a real life Empress they want to work with. But someone's wounded within their community because they're watching a tarot reader or higher priestess is hiding the Pope. They think that she's very, very, very strong. And they walked away. Now they're thinking in this institution or a marriage or a spiritual group, or they'll think about they walked away from a guru because of a Taurus person. They felt like she was a healer, Aquarius person. So now saying that this Taurus person, that's a famous person, is going through a tower moment because they see Aquarius person came in with upheavals. It's got the willpower because it's a soul having a human experience. They came in with a project, Ace of Pentacles, but King of Cups. He's got double personality. King of Pentacles probably looking at his masculine and saw the truth, done his own request. He saw this battle of his pathway. So now it seems to be a battle, rivalry, challenges with a Leo person when it comes to holding back and walking away to bring the mind to calmer waters. But someone's very worried, an air sign, masculine, King of Swords. He feels backstabbed as he thinks about this, about his lifestyle. He wants to be happy, but he's got a different perspective about Leo person as the Emperor and the stagnation. That was a lie, a trapment. Someone lying, stealing, cheating, and like a friend, a lover, a Taurus person that was looking for investments. King of Swords, he's looking at his own intuition and he understands God's cup of love, the Holy Grail, was ended. And then he has to understand how much I love myself then. If I went with promiscuity with a Queen of Pentacles to do a project for investment, did you know she was the love of many others? Take it as it resonates. So now we see a situation where now someone's looking at unrequited love for a project that's coming to an end for happily ever after, or someone's looking at their own intuition, ending insecurities and promiscuity, like being a player, and focusing more on a happily ever after, maybe on a different project. But maybe two projects have gone into a heartbreak because of a devil Capricorn person, because someone was trying to control someone's project, a few projects, and maybe they've had enough of this person trying to take control. Could be Capricorn person, because somebody who's very ambitious, very toxic, very dark, very demonish person, demonic. He's gone into a political debate now that someone's not being realistic, very materialistic, very possessive. So we're looking at a situation where someone's thirsty for maybe money, because they were looking at for a status when it comes to projects. So now someone's heartbroken about someone trying to take over, to be powerful in the status when it comes to being that influencer. Maybe someone's frustrated at the moment as well, right? Because now we're looking at the Ace of Wands, a new project, inspiration, wants to be blocked by a Taurus person. Taurus person, the fire sign person, maybe came in with a project, but now it's blocked. There's no real creative ideas. It was stolen. So now they're looking at the reliability when it comes to donations for a lot of money. A lucrative deal went in. So now they're looking at a situation when there's a Knight of Pentacles. Now they want to block this Taurus person because they were more relying on maybe a fire sign when it comes to project, more relying on the results and on the actual effort. So now someone feels like they've been duped, okay? Because if somebody was looking for donations, they were looking for projects, they were looking for unalivements for a project, for money. So now someone feels like they need to block, so someone has blocked their own generational wealth. A King of Swords, when he looked at his options, maybe he looked at his dreams, he paid attention to his dreams, he wrote them down and saw the truth. Maybe he saw God, or maybe he saw his own visions of what he needs to do. Maybe he's part of the soul family and he realized, I'm a part of the soul group. I've just messed up my own generational wealth because someone's being promiscuous. A Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. So now we're looking at regret with this King of Swords. This was getting stuck. Yeah, the Leo person, he regrets it with a Leo person. Something to do with a Leo person or his own happiness. Or when it comes to fame, recognitions, it's in a regret. Because it was in a regret because somebody's in entrapment when it comes to... Someone's trapped, man, when it comes to reliability. He feels trapped. He feels regret about a lifestyle or regrets about these messages from a Sagittarius person. They're relying on entrapment with an earth sign person. It's nice looking at immaturity when it comes to relying on someone's message. Like someone's like, can I say messages, or should I just say self-expression? They feel like there's a massive regret when they went seeking into someone's messages or ideas from a friend. So now someone's exploring a lawyer, all right? Because someone's looking at maybe these direct messages were exaggerated, and they feel like it's a regret now because they feel like when it comes to earth sign, it comes with reliability, it's very irresponsible and tactless of this person to take godly sparkling downloads and take it to someone else and make a project out of it, not just one, but two or a few. So now maybe this masculine is being very outspoken when it comes to philosophy, maybe more philosophical, okay? Because now maybe someone's was looking at the funny side of things at first, but when they foresee that this is an interrupt their own money, they're exploring a lawyer. They're exploring a lawyer. Maybe to a Sagittarius person. Exploring a lawyer, man. Somebody was duped, man. Someone was duped. So now we're looking at a situation. He's got that insight. He's got insight of how someone's ships came in. Because now we're looking at a situation. He's looking at someone's being active, been watching someone being active when it comes to ambition. He's trying to be very assertive. Maybe he's trying to be more discernment. Right? Because he sees a competition. Because maybe he sees a fire sign person, a masculine being very courageous when it comes to creation. Someone's using their intuition. We're going back to the normal, authentic self. But someone feels like maybe somebody was naive. But under the surface, very self-assured person, very idealistic person. But they feel like maybe the King of Swords, he feels like maybe he was a little bit strong-headed and impatient. He went with pride, a little bit quick. When he saw these lifestyle, he can change his lifestyle. Maybe he went for a project with a Taurus, a Capricorn person that wanted to block off fire signs, creations. So now he's heartbroken about a wish fulfillment. It's coming to an end when it comes to self-love. Or maybe this person came in and said, I love you. A Taurus person probably said, I love you. And it was a lie. It was for investment. So what you sow is what you reap. So it became a sexual adventure until the projects. And now he's heartbroken about a friend, maybe. Now we're looking at adventure, passion, going towards a cup of love or wish fulfillment. You've got to use your intuition, especially if you want your ships to come in. But it seems to be a lot of echoes. He feels like he was behind a lot of echoes. People can't see. You've got to use your intuition. But he's being very open. He's being very open, maybe. He's got a different perspective, maybe about being a player or playing with a Taurus, Virgo person, Capricorn person. Because it was all about a project. And it gave him the urge to create with that person. So now someone has a different perspective. The mind's been illuminated about a Taurus person. They want to block a Taurus person or blocking investments going towards a project. Someone feels like it's come to a very difficult situation. They want to move or maybe move the project's location away from a Taurus person. Because they feel like they're only relying on the money for donations, for handouts. A lot of lucrative deal was wasted. Yeah, third-party person, heartbroken. It was all about Taurus person bringing third-party energies, too many players. That was the hidden secret. So now, under the surface of self, someone's seeing a third-party person, a Taurus person. What I want to do is events. What I want to do is have, like, overindulgence, gossiping. And they're heartbroken. Maybe a Libra person or a Taurus person. So they're heartbroken about reliability. It was all about them having a jet-set life, to be honest. And donations, money, money, money. Look at all that money. So much money went over there. Like, maybe 2 people got lucrative deals, maybe. And they were happy. They were celebrating. Not knowing in the air they were blocking someone else's project or fire signs project from God. So now he understands donations were given under a lie. It was given under a lie. And he keeps looking back at earth sign person when it comes to reliability, And when it comes to like organizations and being patient, he thought something was coming in, but it's a lie, because someone's masculine as a friend. So he went into this situation with the Aquarius person, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, like King of Swords. Maybe went in, or maybe he's lying. Take it as it resonates. You got to use your intuition, man. Or maybe he's lying. But it's also about maybe an estate or a project. It could be books. It could be an estate. Anything. It was a lie. It was a lie. It was stolen. So now someone's looking at theft and trying to get away with it, but they keep looking at relying on these messages to a fire sign person from someone very intuitive. That's what they're relying on. And that was a wish fulfillment to end someone's cup of love, a fire sign person's wish fulfillment. Do you understand? So they bring in promiscuity. So now there's a different perspective, because now maybe they're saying a Taurus person had 3 men or 5 men on the go. So now they're angry. Yeah, they're angry working with an earth sign person when it comes to their foundation. Yeah, they want to abandon an earth sign person, man. They want to abandon that person, man. The lifestyle said, nah, too toxic. And up bottom of the deck is the devil, man. Yeah, very toxic, jealous person about a single person that's intuitive. That's kind of a difficult situation, a soulmate. And the Queen of Wands coming to an end. Queen of Wands, man, coming to an end, man. Maybe a Sagittarius, Aries person. But now they're looking at someone very intuitive that's guided by God. The Empress, a real life Empress that wanted to end. That was their wish fulfillment. That was a wish. And that would give them fulfillment. That was a different perspective now. Because now we're understanding it was under the energy of jealousy, envy. And someone to get rid of someone just for fulfillment for a project. So now he's thinking, this person's so fucking shallow. They want to end a Leo person. Maybe there's a detective watching someone's fulfillment. He comes to someone's cup of love. A Cancer person, a Libra person, Cancer person, Libra person, Taurus person, Sagittarius person, Aries person. There's a load of fuck. Leo's got the strength anyway to tame the beast, to be a soul having human experience. Maybe someone's single. A Gemini maybe thinking about the Emperor and about this secret of deception. They went to see the truth by Aquarius person, a starseed and earth angel that they abandoned. And they see that she's happy, very loving. But they see that maybe someone's manifesting or someone was being manipulative, the Queen of Pentacles, about soulmates for rewards. And that's the truth. They're looking at unrequited love, coming to a painful ending. Taurus person going down for a Tower moment for promiscuity. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles going down, boy. Lying. Now we see an ending of someone's maybe wish fulfillment. Or maybe someone ending drinking too much, maybe. Makes them too promiscuous. A Cancer person, Scorpio person. King of Pentacles is looking at this ending. Maybe he's trying to protect the Empress. Because he's looking at wish fulfillment. A happily ever after. With a Queen of Swords. A balanced person, happily ever after. King and Queen of Swords, which is the Empress, a real life Empress. They've got a different perspective now. Because she's guided by God. That means you don't believe in God, guys. You don't believe in God or earth angels. Someone's having a pause in their life, seeing someone's uniqueness. Maybe someone feels the Queen of Swords is very unique. A very individual person, very intuitive when it comes to creation, when it comes to expressions of how they feel. Maybe someone's inspired because the Queen of Swords is making a breakthrough, even though someone tried to unalive her. Looking at a cup of love, come from self-love, man. Someone's going for karma, all right, for past actions. They had hidden support, all right? Because they felt limited within their own institution or limited on building a project. It became a burden. So now it's a social conflict because someone's heartbroken, maybe a Libra person or Sagittarius person. When it comes to a third party person with a Taurus Capricorn person. So now they're seeing a lie. Do you understand? Maybe about a Aquarius person, a Taurus said, because they were looking for donations to plant their foundation, they're relying on these speed messages that went to a fire sign person, a download from God. So now you see maybe God's heartbroken, or King of Swords is heartbroken, or fire sign masculine is heartbroken. Two heartbreaks because of a Taurus and a water sign person, or maybe they're holding back from a Aquarius person because they lied about a healer, or because they wanted money about healing or something. They wanted money, man. They were lying. They stole from Aquarius person or starseed. So now we're looking at karma, karmic justice now. Yeah, someone's a burden. Someone feels like a Taurus or a Capricorn person is a burden, or a Libra person or Sagittarius person. Because now maybe this masculine feels wounded. A Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person feels very wounded, or a Sagittarius person feels wounded about generational wealth. They keep looking at this heartbreak that was a burden with a third party person, that was a Taurus person, with a fire sign person, that was going around with their mates, maybe celebrating. And now they understand she was sleeping with his mates as well, or other people. Yeah, so now they're stuck when it comes to an earth sign person. Comes to maybe an earth sign person is stuck because nobody was going to rely on this person anymore. So they're trapped in their mind when it comes to planting their own foundation. So the King of Swords was looking at his own foundation, maybe, because this is divine feminine. She's guided by God. Maybe they're trapped. Maybe someone's trapped now when it comes to sparkling ideas. Because maybe a Gemini person's walking away. Because now you see sparkling ideas being trapped when it comes to a foundation. You can't rely on it. Because the Empress can see intuitively, and she's been doing very hard talking. Maybe this Gemini person, masculine as well, is doing some hardcore talking about entrapment for sparkling ideas to plant someone's foundation. They're relying on it for a lifestyle. So now someone's in regret with a Virgo type of Capricorn person. Because now we're looking at a situation. Someone's looking at relying on generational wealth, but it was under the foundation of lying, stealing, cheating to be in a community. So now someone's wounded. The wounded warrior could be a fire sign person, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries person. Now you're looking at two maybe masculines that are very heartbroken. They're heartbroken because someone tried to block, Taurus tried to block godly projects for donations to make them famous themselves or something. Someone's walking away though. Somebody wants to walk away from people, things in place that are not serving them for the highest good. But now we understand maybe this masculine King of Swords maybe wants to work with the Empress. That's very intuitive. Because he's turning his back on this entrapment. Maybe he's stopping all sparkling ideas from a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person or a fire sign person. Take it as it resonates. They say they can't rely on that. It's not reliable. It's not reliable. Someone's thinking about the Empress and then they're in regret. King of Swords is in regret. There you go. In regret. In regret about some work. When it comes to someone's fortune. A Capricorn person trying to take control of stagnation. They're saying that's the devil. Too demonic, painful, demonic stuff. A Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. They're very jealous when it comes to higher priestess, higher than the poet, coming out of difficult situation. Could be Aquarius person. Someone's coming for an end, for a new beginning when it comes to balancing. Someone wants to end someone's balancing. Or somebody wants to start a new beginning. Anyway, walk away from people, things in place. If someone take a leap of faith, there you go, King, Queen of Swords again, together. To balance for these people, man. Now someone feels abandoned, a Leo person. He made the wrong choice, an embarrassment, innit? Took the wrong choice, man. It's like he went for a rubble in the dirt and the big sun with platinums and rubies, everything was right there. And he said, nah, it's all right. I like a bag of shit. Yeah, I'll go over there instead. And there you go. He went for the bag of shit. Now, maybe King of Pentacles, you see the situation. Maybe with a Taurus person or his institution when it comes to godly projects or from a guru. Maybe he's got the willpower to have self-discipline, self-control. Because he's looking at maybe happily ever after with maybe a earth angel, fire sign person. He's got a different perspective. Oh, and they also got a different perspective about promiscuity, man. Sexual adventures and that, man. Freaky, weaky, beakies. King of Swords. It's all about you, baby. Go and balance, or maybe you're being very manipulative with your balance. I don't know. Or maybe you feel imbalanced. But I can see maybe an investor That is a King of Swords or a Cancer person. They're seeing the willpower of the Empress, being an earth angel. And take it as it resonates. Remember, walking love, talking truth. Love you guys. Bye.